heaven's warriors. The day Michael defeated Satan, a super archangel, radiant in heavenly armor, leads an army of glorious angels through the clouds of heaven. Archangel Michael, glowing with divine fire, wields a blazing sword as he confronts a monstrous Satan, cloaked in darkness and smoke. Lightning cracks across the skies. Behind Michael, ranks of angels in shining white. A celestial cavalry thundering on the clouds like a mighty wave crashing upon the shore. And at the forefront, Michael, the radiant archangel, bears armor, gleaming like the noonday sun, his sword a burning flame in the darkness of the sky. Behind him, the heavenly host, a symphony of light and thunder, each angel a note in the song of victory. Satan, the great deceiver, the father of lies, the prince of darkness, fell poor. On that day, good had triumphed over evil. Light had overcome darkness, and Michael, the warrior archangel, had proven once again that the flames of faith burn brightest in the darkest of nights. He fell like a burning star from the heights of heaven, dragged down by the chains of his own deceit. And as he fell, the shadows fled, the darkness dispersed, and the light of heaven flooded the earth. And gold, armor, take battle formation, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, and warrior angels of different ranks, each glowing with power. And yet there was order in their fury, a harmony of destruction that spoke of a power greater than themselves. For on that day Michael defeated Satan, and peace returned to the land. They were but instruments in the hands of the Almighty, and their symphony of war was but a note in the song of God. For the battle for the soul of man was won, but the war between heaven and hell was far from over. The armies clash in a dramatic aerial battle between light and shadow, good versus evil. Michael strikes Satan with a burst of holy fire. Satan falls like lightning from the heavens. The angelic army rejoices, and peace returns. And on that day, when Michael and his heavenly host had driven back the forces of darkness and cloven the air with the thunder of their victory, a great peace settled upon the land. No longer would the wicked have rest. No longer would the children of light walk in fear. For the scales of justice had been restored, and the balance of power tipped in favor of the righteous. Oh, the joy that filled the hearts of God's people when they saw the legions of heaven thundering across the skies. They fought with the fierceness of 1,000 suns, these heavenly warriors, their weapons flashing, their cries echoing through the corridors of the cosmos. As the battle raged, the very foundations of the world trembled. Mountains crumbled, oceans roared, and the earth cried out in pain. For this was a battle not just for the heavens, but for the very soul of existence, a war between the children of light and the spawn of darkness. And then it happened. With a mighty roar that shook the foundations of heaven, Michael struck the death blow, and in that moment the angelic army rejoiced. The seraphim sang, the cherubim danced, and the warrior angels shouted for joy. And so it was that the kingdom of heaven was won, and the reign of terror that had gripped the hearts of God's people was brought to an end. Now, after the battle, A golden light shone down upon God's people on earth, a reminder of the heavenly ranks that watched over them, blessed in upon the righteous, and a warning to the wicked.